Beach traffic's pretty heavy.
Good day for it, though. I hope I get a little work.
Chinese invaded South Korea.
Yeah,
Think Truman's going to send the troops?
I guess.
I'd like to think that we'd be done with that.
Yeah, but all of it keeps coming back.
Well, we're done with it at least.
Oh, yes. We've already had it. We live with it.
Pick you up before it gets too dark.
No. Let's let it go a little later. How else will I get over this? I gotta keep pushing at it or I'll never go outside at night again. I can't have that.
You are on total disability.
That's so says the Army. Still, I gotta work.
Well, I hope you draw nice-looking girls today.
Don't worry, I'll make sure they look that way. That's what pays. I gotta make the rent, right, Roomy?
You know you don't have to pay.
Yes, I do. You've done more than enough. We're not in the Army anymore.
I'm never going to pay you back for what you did for me. Whatever I can do for you, you got it, Sergeant. Don't forget it. But there is something I gotta tell you.
Yeah?
It's Esther. We've been going out for a year now. It's going pretty good.
Yeah, I see you with her all the time, I know.
Yeah, of course you do, yeah. So it's just, I asked her.
Hey, Jay! Good for you! I wish you all the best, you know that.
Yeah, I do, but she lives at home. So once we're married, see.
She's moving in with you, of course. That's how it is. It's gotta be. So, I'll move out.
If there was any other way.
No.
But where you gonna go? You can't afford.
I'll think of something. Don't worry about it. Really. You deserve to have a life.
I don't know what to say.
No need to say a thing. It's settled. When you want me out?
No hurry. Once the honeymoon's over, once we're back from it, it's plenty of time.
Okay. You want to let me out? I'll walk along the beach from here.
Back here at 8.
Let's try to make it 9.
What are you drawing?
Anyone who pays. Want your portrait? Quick sketch. Take 2 minutes.
You're kidding.
Not at all. Cost you $1.
What makes you want to draw me?
Need $1.
Well, you're honest. I will give you that.
You also have a memorable face.
So did Genghis Khan, I'm told.
No, really. Making you look good won't be that hard. Trust me.
Ah, that's easier said than done. It takes years for me to trust somebody, and sometimes even that's not long enough.
Well, I guess I'll have to do without it then. Don't worry, you will like the way you look. Come on, try it. Sit down over there.
Okay, I'll humor you.
That's good. Sit there. Now, I have to ask you questions, learn a little bit about you, so I have a theme.
A theme.
I like to draw you in a setting, something based on who you are, your interests, your job, that kind of thing. Gives it some color.
All right. I'm playing hooky from my job. The office got oppressive in this heat. Thought I'd escape and get some air and sun.
So you work in an office. I suppose you run the place.
Oh, I'm a big tycoon. I'm surprised you didn't recognize me. My picture's in the paper all the time.
On the financial page, of course.
Oh, yes. You know the big steel mill in town? King Steel?
Who doesn't?
Well, I own that. I'm King Steel.
Don't move your head. Hold it. A little longer. There. Your little story really helped.
Say, this is good. You drew me on a heap of gold coins. Very clever.
Yeah, you're like Scrooge McDuck. What do you think?
I like it. You have too much talent to be drawing caricatures at a beach casino.
Like I said, I need a buck. Commissions aren't exactly pouring in these days.
Well, if you ever want to do a real portrait, I'd commission you.
Well, that's very big of you.
I said you're very good. I mean it. I can easily afford it.
Watch out, or I'll try to hold you to it.
Here, come to this address tomorrow after 5. That's when I get off work. Will you?
Well, I'll try to fit it in my busy schedule.
I'm serious.
Okay, I'll play along. It's not like I have other things to do.
Good. I should be getting back now. They can't run the place without me. Here's your buck.
It's some crazy come on, but okay. This is the address. Boy, this place is huge. Must be some kind of funny boarding house. Well, up the hill from a steel mill makes sense, I guess. So you can keep the workers close.
Yes? Who are you? Do you have business here?
I'm here for Vera.
How do you know Vera?
I'm an artist, come to paint her portrait. I know that sounds unlikely.
Yes, it does. She would have told me.
Oh, you know her then?
I should say so. We live here together.
Okay.
It isn't what you think. There's nothing odd about it. I'm her brother.
That's not odd. There must be lots of other people living here, a place this big.
No, it's only us. We don't keep servants. Don't believe in it. Don't put on airs.
So, wait. She said she got off work at 5. Doesn't she work at the mill?
She does.
In an office, right?
Yes, in the office. She runs the place. She's owner of the mill.
But she's so young. How is that possible?
You ask a lot of questions, you know that? It looks like you don't know her very well.
You're right, I don't. I never said I did. She said she wanted me to paint her portrait, that was all. I didn't much believe her.
Maybe she did. She might do anything. Oh, here she comes. We'll find out all about it.
Sorry I'm a little late. I see you've already met my brother, Bryce.
Yes, we've been having quite a little talk.
This is the artist I told you about.
No, you didn't.
Well, I thought I did. Are you sure? He's come to paint my portrait. I met him at the beach. Did I show you the sketch he made? He's very talented.
No, you didn't show me any sketch.
Oh, well, I meant to anyway. He's going to do a portrait of me. Oil on canvas. You know I've always wanted one.
I know you've never mentioned anything like that. Maybe you said it before I was born.
Bryce is the younger brother. Can you tell? Thinks I need protecting from whatever. Step aside. We're going in the house. Let's see now. Where should we set up?
Well, someplace with good light would be nice. Southern exposure.
Let's go up to the east wing then. The rooms there face the south lawn all along the hall.
You have so many rooms.
Yes, we don't need them all. I never go to the East Wing.
Well, any room will do. How about this one?
Don't touch that door. That room is not for you. Promise me you'll never go in there.
Sure. I just thought any room would do.
What would ever give you that idea?
I don't know. I thought you said it.
Oh? Maybe I did. I say so many things. No, this room won't do. It's locked. I used it for a dark room once upon a time. The windows are blacked out. It wouldn't do. Let's just walk a little farther down. Here, let's try this one. This will work out better. How's this? Let me just pull back the curtains.
It's sunny. This is good.
It's settled then. We'll have to find a time for me to sit. Daytime on the weekend, maybe?
Sure. We'll need a block of time, 2 or 3 hours at a stretch. The sitting can be tiring.
How many sessions will there be?
Well, I won't know until I see how things are going.
Don't worry. I will be a model subject.
Don't move.
Can I talk?
Don't move your head.
How about my mouth?
Don't move your lips.
This isn't any fun.
Not supposed to be.
If I can't talk, you'll have to talk to me.
Fine, if that'll keep you quiet. What do you want to hear about?
Tell me about your life.
It isn't interesting.
I'll be the judge of that. How did you get to be an artist? Why is this your job?
I can't do a different job.
What do you mean you can't? What kind of job?
Most any other regular employment. I get too nervous. It's an army thing. I'm on total disability.
You seem pretty normal.
Well, I'm not. You get to know me better and you'll see. Don't move your chin. And sit up straight.
Okay. You had a bad experience, I guess.
Yes.
In the war?
I'm not the only one. Others had it worse. I'm in one piece. I just can't hold a different kind of job. This kind of work relaxes me.
But you don't want to talk about it.
No, not really.
Okay. I can respect that.
Thanks. You want to knock off for today? You're getting antsy.
Yes. Let's do that. I just want to stretch. I hope that you don't think I'm nosy. You just seem preoccupied today.
I got a lot on my mind. That's all it is.
Is there anything that I can do?
No, it's not your problem.
What's the problem?
Oh, hell, why not tell you? It's my buddy from the Army. We've been sharing rent in this small apartment, but he just got married and they're on their honeymoon, which is great. I'm happy for them, but I can't stay there. As soon as they get back, my buddy's going to help me move, but where? I can't afford a place all by myself. I got no other friends, not really. It's on my mind is all. I'll figure something out.
Why don't you stay here? The whole East Wing is empty. You could have it to yourself.
I don't know. That kind of thing. It isn't done.
What kind of thing? Who cares? You come here every week already. You work here. Why not stay here? It's like Bryce and I live in a different building practically. We won't even know you're here. You'll see. Come on. Let's go farther down the hall. Come on. Walk with me. Look at this room. What do you think?
It's big.
Even the closet is big. You can walk in it. Go ahead.
That's okay. I see how big it is.
Just walk in, you'll see.
I guess so. Hey, it's dark in here. Just open up.
There's a light
I
switch.
can't see it. Seriously, open up the door.
Just a sec. I locked it by mistake.
I have a problem with that. Like I said, I'm not normal. Some things I can't do.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm trying to get better. Not there yet. Hey, thanks for helping me move in.
Don't mention it. I feel bad that I put you out. It looks like you landed on your feet. This is some place.
I know. It's up the stairs and down the hall. Turn left. The room is 4 doors down. I'm right behind you. It's this one. It's locked. Oh, I got a key, though.
Hurry up.
Just put the box down, for Christ's sake.
Are there rocks in here? Whoa, this is bigger than my place. A closet's like our bedroom.
You're not going to care how big your bedroom is.
You got that right. But you look like you'll be all set right here.
Yeah. How could I say no? And there's no rent.
How long can you draw this portrait out?
Well, Vera tells me that it doesn't matter. I can stay after it's finished.
Oh, that sounds too good to be true. What's she like, this Vera? Sounds like there's some interest there.
I don't know. She's hard to figure. How'd she get to own a steel mill, after all?
Hey! What the hell is going on up there?
Oh, that's the brother. I don't think he likes me much.
What are you doing here? This isn't Sunday. What is all this stuff? Is Vera here?
She said I could move in. It gave me a key, see? It got me in the front door, and we came up to this room. She said it was all right. The east wing wasn't being used at all. She said, take the room after the dark room.
After the dark room? What dark room?
But she said she'd turn that other room into a dark room.
That's a laugh. Her fooling with a camera. She's just got bad memories, that's all. Something happened. She locked up the room.
Well, anyway, she said to take this room.
She's the boss. I'm just the little brother. It's her house, after all. I can't stop you.
Well, I figured that she told you all about it.
She never told me you were moving in. All I can say is, you'd better be careful.
Careful? What is that supposed to mean?
She didn't tell me you were moving in. She's unpredictable, that's all. Who knows what she'll do next? She could do anything. Nothing I can really do to stop her. You might as well just finish moving in. I can't stay. Got to go back to the mill. Well, you're on your own. I wish you luck.
What was that about?
It's like I said. She's kind of hard to figure.
Jeez, I guess so. You don't know much about her.
Not really. Not yet, anyway.
How about you let me nose around, see what I find out?
Well, you investigate insurance claims, not this kind of thing.
It's all the same. You come up with some questions, I get answers.
You want to do that? Snoop around?
Let's put it this way. It's because of me you're here. If something goes wrong, it's on my conscience.
Okay, if you want to, go ahead.
May I talk now?
I'm working on your hand. You can talk if you don't move your head.
Well, thanks for that. I didn't think that this would be that hard or take this long.
Well, I have to get you right. I don't mean how you look. It's not about that. It's more who you are. I don't really know that. It's a struggle.
Don't you know me by now? It's been a month.
No. Knowing you is not that easy.
Why? Am I that hard to understand?
You could be almost anybody. There's a lot unsaid that you keep holding back. It's just something I feel. I could be wrong.
No, you're not wrong. I leave some things unsaid, things I don't want to talk about.
I get it. And I'm not any different. And if I can be that way, then you can too. There's nothing wrong with keeping secrets.
I agree. And you can help me keep my secrets.
How?
That key I gave you opens every room. Promise me you won't go in the dark room.
Don't worry, if that room is really dark, I won't be going in there.
No, I mean it. I'm trusting you to leave that room alone.
Okay, I'll stay out of that room, I promise. Now, you can help me out. I have some questions, just so I can understand you better.
I suppose that's fair.
Okay, then. How does somebody like you become the boss of a steel mill?
I'm good at the job.
I can believe that, but you're awfully young. How'd you get to be the boss so fast?
Well, that's no secret. When my husband died, I had to take it on. Turns out I liked it.
So you've been married?
Yes. I married young. I was the secretary at the mill and then the owner's wife, and then he died.
Were you married long?
Only a year.
Well, that must have been a shock. Sorry to hear it.
We didn't have a lot of time together. Not many people thought I should take over. They wanted me to sell instead, but I thought I could do it. I had help. My brother came to work for me, and he turned out to be a natural. I'm sure you've noticed Bryce is not good around people. He isn't comfortable in human company, but he's a whiz at chemistry. When we first enlarged the mill, we added an electric arc style furnace. It allowed us to melt scrap down to make new steel. And from the very first, Bryce focused on the gases given off. He knew right away they could be dangerous. He invented systems to control emissions. He improved the ventilation. He was the first to make those changes. Now the industry is catching up with him. We benefited from his innovations. And I found I enjoyed administration. Together, we have made King Steel a leader.
That's some story. It explains a lot.
Am I starting to make sense to you?
And it's not the kind of sense that I expected, but sure, it helps.
Now you tell me your story. What makes a grown man scared to go into a dark room?
Sorry that you noticed that.
It's just unusual in an adult.
I know. It's an unreasonable fear. I got it in the war. I was shot down over Germany, and I was held in a POW camp. I planned an escape, but we got caught. I got a punishment. They put me in the hole for 30 days. A narrow space, no light. I haven't been the same since then. I get a shaking chill. I can't control my breathing. Painting helps me keep an even keel.
To look at you, no one would ever know.
I'm fine most of the time. I don't go out at night. I try to keep away from dark or narrow spaces. I can't stand confinement. I think we need to stop the talking now.
That's okay. I've got lots to think about.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm sorry, is this Jim's number?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, this is not from me. I'm sorry I picked up.
Who's that?
That's Vera. She picked up. She's in another part of the house. The phones must ring together.
Is she still on the line?
No, she hung up.
You sure?
I heard the click when she hung up.
You better be sure you're the only one who's going to hear this.
No, it's just us two. What's up? You sound like something bad just happened.
I'll tell the story and you be the judge.
You found something out?
I'll say I did. So, Carl King, the owner of King Steel, he's already 70. He marries a secretary. Been there for a year. They're married for a year. And then he dies.
Yeah, I know that. She's told me all that stuff.
Did she tell you how he died?
She didn't mention it.
Died in the sack. The gossip is she wore him out. They read the will, she gets it all, so now she's sitting pretty.
She said most people wanted her to sell.
That's what the people at the mill all wanted, yeah, but no, she says she's taken over.
But the company's done well since then.
That guy who doesn't like you, little brother, turns out he's a whiz. He comes to work, he's some kind of genius innovator. The mill, it starts to grow by leaps and bounds.
She told me about that too.
But did she add that they came from nowhere, didn't have a dime, and 2 years later they're on top, living in that mansion? Pretty slick.
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds fishy.
That's the way that everybody sees it. All the ones that I talk to, at least. I'd be careful how I deal with her.
Well, she isn't in my will, so I'll probably be safe. But I'll be careful.
And I'll keep digging. I'm just getting started.
No, he's at the mill all day. He hasn't been a problem. Most days I don't even see him. He's always in the other wing. And she's okay. We're making progress. On the painting, what do you think? That sound? That's just the wind that's picking up is all. They say it's going to be the worst storm ever, but I'll believe it when I see it. No, not like this before. But still, how bad could it be? We've been in hell already. Hang on. I'm hearing something in the basement. I gotta go. Somebody's calling out. I can't make out the words. Okay, till then. Vera?
Help! I'm in the basement. I can't move.
I'm coming down. Where are you?
In the back. I'm over by the coal bin.
I can't see.
I had a lamp, but it went out. Keep walking.
I can barely make you out. Oh, God. What happened? Are you okay?
I'm not hurt, I think. Just trapped.
Only your head is showing.
The rest of it is coal. The side retaining wall let go when I got buried.
There's a beam or something in the way. I can't get at it.
Get Bryce to help. He's at the mill.
I'll call him.
everybody. Get the boards stacked up by the door and let's board up the windows. We have got to get it done before the storm starts moving in tomorrow.
I had to come. I called. You didn't answer.
When I'm on the floor, I never hear the office phone ring. It's too loud out here.
I need your help. It's Vera. She got trapped down in the basement.
Is she hurt?
She says she's okay, but I don't know.
Keep working, man. I'll be right back. Let's go. Where are you?
Over here, next to the bin. A beam gave way and has me trapped beneath it.
There's a pry bar underneath the stairs next to the tool chest. Will you get it? Hurry!
I'm not hurt. Just stuck in this pile of coal. My arms are buried. I can't free myself.
What were you doing down here?
Opening the heating vents that go to the east wing.
After what happened, you should know enough to leave the heating vents down there alone.
Here it is.
Now, get a block of wood from over there and wedge it underneath that beam. That's it. Now, let's both lean on it. You ready? And push!
Oh! I can move my arm.
Then help us dig.
That's helping. I think I can wriggle free.
Let's each take an arm and pull her out. Ready? Pull!
It's working! Oh, thank God!
Oh. Can you stand up?
If you stand me up, there's nothing broken. I'm all right.
You could have been crushed.
I know. I'm lucky. Imagine that.
Now, make sure you can walk.
I'm walking fine. I'm going to get cleaned up.
You'd think she'd thank us.
She's just shaken up.
No. That's her all the way. She never thinks that she needs any help. So when she does, and when she gets it, it's as if it never happened. She was like that as a kid.
But you don't have to tell me about that.
You deserve a chance to understand her, if that's even possible. Our dad was a mean drunk. He roughed up our mom a lot when we were little. There was nothing we could do. Mom wasn't strong. She died when Vera was 16. I'm 2 years younger. After a while, he tried to take it out on Vera, but she wasn't having it. As soon as she turned 18, she moved out, got an office job, the lowest level. She promised someday she'd come back to get me, but it was going to take some time.
Were you in danger too?
No, he left me alone. After a while, she's working at the mill. She marries the mill owner, Mr. King. She tells me that she's going to help me out. After a year, he dies. She takes me in. I owe her everything. I love the mill, the chemistry behind the business, all of it. It fascinates me. And she loves the business part.
You two make a great team.
Yes. But she still has to be the boss, you know? I'm always the little brother.
Sounds like you do anything for her.
She's all I've got. I'd kill to keep her safe.
You know what? I believe you.
Ever since she took over at the mill, though, she's changed. Being the boss has made her harder, and she's unpredictable. I know she told you can stay after the portrait's done. I wouldn't stop you, but you should think about it. Maybe you should go. I mean, for your own good. It might be better.
Yeah,
It's me.
I was about to call you. Everything okay?
So far, but I can't figure out these two. Their stories don't match up. I don't know which one to believe.
This may not help, but I do have an update. First of all, there was another husband.
Another one? I didn't see that coming. When was that?
After the first one died, but he didn't even last a year. She met him on a trip. He wasn't from around here or connected to the business. He wanted her to give it up and move away with him, but when she wouldn't do it, he agreed to move here.
So, what happened?
He died too. It was an accident. It happened somewhere in the house. The King name has a lot of pull here, and they hushed it up. We couldn't get many details from the papers, but there's lots of rumors.
Somewhere in the house. That secret room I told you about? The one I had to promise I would never try to open? I was walking past it yesterday, and I could swear I heard a clock inside, ticking. Never heard one there before. They tell me that the room's been closed for years. I don't know what to think about those two. The brother said that when the painting's done, I ought to move. It sounded like a threat, but also like he wanted to protect me.
Maybe you should think of getting out.
I'll think about it, but where else could I get a deal this good?
Yeah, money-wise, but people keep on dying in that house.
The light is lousy. It's so gray outside.
Yes, the storm that's coming. It's all right. There are still things that I can do. Is it all right if I ask you a question?
I'd have to move to answer it.
I'm working on the pattern in your dress, so you can talk.
Then go ahead and ask your question.
You never said you had another husband.
That's not a question.
But this is. Why not?
Oh, that's a sad part I'd like to forget.
But you can see why I'd like you to tell me.
It's nothing that I'm proud of. That was Kent Stryker. He was going to change my life, poor guy. But he never got the chance. See, after Carl died, all I did was work, work, work. I guess I had to prove myself, first to the people at the mill, who all thought I had no business running it, and then to show myself that I could do it. I was on a visit to Chicago, not really a vacation. I was looking at the competition, seeing what other mills were doing differently. I took off one afternoon and went to an art gallery. And there was Kent. He was different from the men I'd met before. The way he lived his life was different. His way of looking at his life was, too. He was happy, actually happy. Can you imagine such a thing? He knew the world is wrong. He wasn't innocent. But he didn't let that change his mood. He almost talked me into selling off the mill and moving with him to the Rockies. He said that feeling small was good for him. It made him so he kept the right perspective. I said I couldn't just leave Bryce behind, and after all, I liked being the boss. So he decided he would join my world. I realized I loved him, that we had a real love match. You don't see that too often.
And how well did he fit in your world?
He tried. He did. I didn't help him much. He wanted us to have a different house, one that I didn't get from Carl. I vetoed that, said that Bryce would have to live with us. I couldn't leave him. So Kent said, all right, then we could open up the East Wing and live there. You know yourself, it's like a different house. I had another round of steel mill visits scheduled. I'd be gone a week in Gary. And he said, leave me to it. I'll surprise you. He only meant to open up the vents to get the heat up in the East Wing. He didn't know what he was doing, though. He set the furnace wrong, so some coal didn't burn completely. So monoxide got trapped in the vents and sent up to the rooms. He died. He was asphyxiated the first night that he slept in the East Wing.
No one knew what he was doing?
Bryce was in the other wing. He had the flu and stayed in bed the whole time. No one knew.
Who found him?
I found him when I got back. He'd been dead for days. I can't describe it. It was...
Never mind. I didn't mean to make you talk about it. I'm sorry. Let's just call it for the day. It was a grisly story, that's for sure. Imagine her finding him like that. You're right. It's like policing up the dead. The part about the brother being sick, I don't know. Exactly. There's no way to prove it. No one else is in the house. Well, ever since we dug her out, he's different. Not exactly like we're buddies, but it's more like he's trying to be a help. He still warns me about her, that's for sure. Well, that's funny. Someone's knocking on the door. No, that's something new. I gotta go.
May I come in?
Of course. I'm here because of you.
Yes, but you keep yourself to yourself. I don't see you come and go, and I'm trying to respect your privacy.
You do. I like the way this has been going.
I only see you when I sit for you, and I don't have much chance to talk.
Well, I don't know. You told me quite a lot.
Yes. Last time was very personal.
I did say that I had to get to know you to get the portrait right. It's not about the way you look, it's more the way you are.
And are you learning that?
Well, everything I learn, I need to know. But there is still a lot to you that I don't understand.
I haven't been completely honest with you. May I sit down? Thanks. When you asked me about my second husband right away, I wished I'd told you. And I realized you must have heard about it from my brother. He's gotten used to you. But you must know he wasn't happy when you moved in here.
He has said that I should move out when I'm done with the portrait.
That doesn't surprise me. Bryce is predictable. He's not good at trusting people. He's obsessed with taking care of me. Not like I need it very often. He means well, but when he decides I need protecting, he'll do anything to keep me safe.
I hope he doesn't see me as a threat. I can barely take care of myself.
It doesn't come from you. He has his reasons. Are you thinking that you might move on? I mean, when the portrait's done? Are you very close to being done?
I am. In fact, another day should do it.
I don't know when I'll have time with the storm coming. We have to close up all the shutters, tie down every loose thing here and at the mill. It's going to be a rough few days.
Well, when the sun is out again, we'll get it done.
And will you stay on after that?
You've given me a lot to think about.
Don't let Bryce scare you off. I can control him. I'm sorry that I didn't mention Kent. I should have known that I could trust you with my painful memories. You trusted me with yours. I think you understand it. Pain.
I think I felt it. I don't understand it.
Still, we understand each other. Stay, will you? I need someone I can trust.
Is there anything you haven't told me?
Yes, it's fair for you to ask that. No, nothing important.
Then it's good we had this talk. We can be honest with each other.
Yes, I want to trust you, don't you see? But I have a hard time with it, from way back. I'll tell you, though, you can help me with that. I wasn't kidding when I said the key I gave you opens all the doors, not just the front door and your room. It also works on the dark room, even though it's locked. So, you could open it. I'm asking you to leave it locked. And if you say you will, I'll trust you.
I already said I would.
I know you did. I'm saying it again. That's all. It means a lot to me.
Well, I repeat my promise. I won't go into that room. That secret's yours to keep.
Thank you. Those are words I need to hear. If you should ever break that promise,
What?
that would be the end of everything.
Hang on, I'm coming. Okay, just a second. Yeah? Well, glad you called again. I almost missed you.
You're gonna want to hear this. Are you sitting?
No.
Never mind. Get this. There's a third guy.
What?
Yeah, a third guy who disappeared.
Jesus, you're right. I should be sitting down.
Well, okay. There was a foreman at the mill named Hank Warden. Been there going back to Old Man King. Worked for him for 10 years. A few years back, he disappears. It isn't in the news or anything. He just stops. There's mention of him here and there, and then nothing, like he never was. And no one at the mill knows where he went. I don't know exactly how it's done, but somebody spent a lot of time and dough to keep it quiet.
Jesus.
Right, so maybe you should think twice about staying?
Yeah, that's not the only thing. When you were calling just now, I was down the hall going by the secret room, and when you hung up for the first time, I could hear a clock inside the room ticking. So there has got to be somebody in there.
What'd you do?
Well, I heard you ring again, so I ran to my room to pick it up.
There's something funny going on.
No kidding. Did you hear that?
I heard a click, like someone was listening in.
And tried to hang up so quietly we wouldn't notice.
Yeah, listen, Sarge, you better watch your step. You're walking in a minefield over there.
Vera? Vera? Bryce? Off getting ready to ride out the storm. Now, this is my chance. There's no ticking on the other side. Well, here goes nothing. The hell is this? Come on, Jake, pick up the phone.
Hello?
Jake, it's me. I went into the room.
And you found what?
It's just a room. Like any other room. It looks like someone just stepped out. But get this. It was Hank Warden's room. And I found out what happened to him. Are you still there?
I'm here. So we had company again.
Oh, we better hurry then. Hank Warden isn't dead. I found a letter from him on the desk. It's dated from a few years ago. Go track him down. He's probably still there. Here's the address. 110 Canton Street in Avalon. It's way down on the coast. You gotta find him.
What did the letter say?
It wasn't chatty.
I'll get right on it.
Try to bring him back. He's sitting on some answers.
Got it. You think whoever listened in heard his address?
I think I heard the click before I told you.
Just in case, I'll get right on it quicker.
Yes?
Jim, it's Bryce. I'm over at the mill. The storm's so bad I sent the workers home. I figured I'd run one last melting cycle and pour the metal in the ingot molds and then shut the place down while we ride this out. But I forgot. I need a pair of hands down on the floor when I'm running the crane. Everything is mechanized. I'll show you what to do. Can you give me a hand?
Sure. Let me get a coat. I'll be 10 minutes.
Where's Vera?
I don't know. In the West Wing, I guess.
Don't bother telling her. Just come.
Bryce!
Come on up!
Up? there?
Climb up to the catwalk so we both can hear each other.
How can I help?
I'll tell you soon enough. You see that vat of molten steel down there? You know how hot that is.
I know how hot it feels, even up here.
It's almost 3,000 degrees. Imagine if you fell into it. That's a different kind of pain.
I'd rather not imagine it.
Just look at it. Glowing like the fires of hell.
Yes, it's bright, but do you know what Milton wrote? He said, the fires of hell are dark.
You're well read. That's not what I expected. But Milton was blind. He couldn't see in hell. I can. And these are all the fires I need.
Why am I here? What do you have to say?
I overheard you talking to your friend. You know about Hank Warden, but how much do you really know? What Vera did...
I don't know what Vera did or why.
But you know she made Hank disappear. Just like she made Kent Stryker and Carl King disappear. I've known my sister all my life. She's got away with men, all right. She likes them. She tracks them easily. But if they get too close, she has to kill them. It's a problem. It goes back to our father. He was a violent, brutal man, a poor role model for a daughter, I'm afraid.
She's told me about him.
But she doesn't ever tell it all. She keeps her secrets. When it comes to murder, she won't even trust me. Not enough. Imagine, she will not confide in me about the things she's done. She's always has to keep control when I'm the one who's on her side, you see? I'd do anything to keep her safe. Which brings us to this little talk we're having. I tried to warn you when you first came, but you stayed on, and you got your nosy friend to dig up things that should stay in the dark.
He'd know if you did anything to me.
I've gotten very good at cover-ups. Even Vera didn't know I helped her. I had to do some things. If I weren't Bryce O'Hare, I'd be in prison. But with money and the King name behind me in this town, I'll take my chances, thank you very much. I think it's time we had an accident. Huh. The power's out. That isn't going to stop me.
Make a move, and I'll go for that ladder.
You think you can beat me to it? Try. I know my way around up here, do you? You've never even been up here before. Sure of your footing? Can you see the way?
That molten steel gives off plenty of light.
Without power? It's already cool. It'll go dark completely in a while, but if you fall in it, it's hot enough. And you don't like it in the dark, do you? That's where we're headed. I can wait you out. I can hear you breathe from over here.
Bryce, what are you doing? Let him down.
I'm saving you some trouble with this guy.
What do you mean? He hasn't done a thing.
Neither did Carl or Kent or Hank, remember?
What do you think I did with them?
You made them go away.
You think I killed them? Do you really think I could do that?
I always knew you could, but when you did it, you wouldn't even tell me. I could help you, but you always want to manage by yourself.
Bryce, stop. You aren't making any sense. I liked Carl. I loved Kent. Why would I want to hurt them? Hank, he isn't dead.
You made him disappear.
For his own good. I was afraid for him.
No, you're the one who isn't making sense. Afraid of what?
You have me figured wrong. I'm not a killer. I'm a jinx. The men I get involved with, they have accidents. Too many die. Carl died in my arms. He coughed himself unconscious. Kent. Poor Kent. He had no business fooling with the furnace and the vents. He wanted to surprise me, that was all. He didn't even know he was in danger. I thought Hank was next. It would be something. Something neither one of us could see. Don't you get it? I'm just plain bad luck. Sent Hank away so he could have a chance to have a normal life. It wasn't easy. I still miss him. I still sit there in his room each day and think of him. I kept it just exactly like it was, and I sit there and listen to his clock. How could you think I'd ever want to kill him?
Hank's alive?
He wrote to me 2 years ago. He wanted to come back, but I convinced him. We were really broken up.
I sent my friend to look for him 2 days ago.
You must have read his letter then. You used the key and went into that room.
Sorry, I thought I had to. I was afraid.
Never mind. Doesn't matter now. Come on. Let him down from there. We won't be seeing him again. I'll let him go. Then it'll be us two, just like you wanted.
Nice try, but it isn't going to work. Your story's good, it's even plausible, but I told him too much. He knows about the things I did to cover up for you and what you did. This time, you have to let me help you.
But you didn't have to cover up for anything. I didn't do a thing.
Right. Even now you won't confide in me, but this time we'll do it together. You have no choice. You have to let me help. So, Jim, it's pretty dark. Can you still see me?
I hear your voice. I'd see you if you moved.
Getting anxious, huh? It's getting darker.
Bryce, leave him alone. Let him come down.
Don't worry, he'll be down in just a minute.
Jim, you in there? I can't see a thing. Sound off.
I'm up here, up on the catwalk.
Bryce, don't do anything you'll regret.
I won't regret this.
Bryce, it's Hank. Where are you?
Hank? You can't be Hank. He's dead.
Bryce, listen to my voice. You know my voice. It's me. I'm coming up, okay? Stay where you are.
Jim, you two stay where you are. Don't try to move.
Don't worry, I'm too scared to move.
Ah!
Sit down. I'll get a lamp. Just take it easy.
I tried to take him with me when I left. You understand? He was too young. He was my brother, but I couldn't take him with me. I was 18. I had to go. I couldn't stay there any longer.
Yes, we know. You couldn't take him.
But I sent for him. Later. As soon as I could. After Carl died.
I know. I worked with him.
And he was brilliant, wasn't he? He really made a difference in the business.
Yes, he saw the future. He understood the danger that was growing. He found a way to make the mill more safe. Just rest now. This will help. Drink some of this.
Is there anything that we can do?
Not much. The phone is out. The storm is at its peak. There's no point in driving anywhere. Not just to say what happened. All that's left of him is frozen in a block of steel. He'll keep.
You said he saw the future. How was that?
I worked at King for years before he came, and everything went smoothly, so we thought. After the war, the scrap we got was different. It started to have plastic in it. Bryce could tell that burning plastic gave off chlorine and other gases, toxic, dangerous. The mill was getting deadly. No one knew before Bryce came. At first, we didn't know what to make of him. We didn't see how he was going to fit in at the mill. But he proved himself. He saved a lot of lives.
Hank? Is that you, Hank? I hear your voice.
Yes, it's me.
You understand? I had to make you go away like that. I loved you.
You're not making much sense. You've had a bad shock. It's all right.
No, but you see, I was afraid you'd die. I wanted to protect you.
You just broke up with me. I wasn't going to die from that.
I couldn't take the chance. It's like me with Carl and Kent. They died because of me. I bring the men I love bad luck. That's all. It happens. I don't even have to try.
Carl didn't die because of you.
What do you mean?
He had bad lungs from breathing in the fumes out on the mill floor all those years. His doctor told him he might have a year or two before you came to work. He didn't tell you?
No, he didn't.
Well, he didn't want to worry you. Or maybe he just wanted a young wife before he died. You didn't kill him, though. If anything, his last year was the best one of his life.
But you never told me he'd been sick.
Carl was my friend. He gave me my first job. We worked together. Breathed the same bad air. When he told me about how sick he was, he asked me not to tell you, so I didn't.
But why not later when I blamed myself?
You blamed yourself? When did you tell me that? You were always moody, but you kept your reasons to yourself. One thing about you, Vera, you know how to keep a secret. When we first started up, nobody knew.
No. We kept our distance at the mill.
Nobody knew you were seeing Kent until you married him. And he moved in. That guy. He should have learned a little bit about the furnace and the venting. Not to shut the windows tight on a cold night. He did that to himself. It wasn't you. Maybe it's time you gave yourself a break. No one died because of you. Nobody killed anyone either.
Bryce was going to, but you stopped him. So I ought to thank you. I kept your room just like you had it. I would set your clock to ticking and just sit in there sometimes. It was as if you just stepped out for a minute. If you want, you could have it back.
My life is different now. I'm married, got a kid. It's changed.
Yes, I can see that. Everything has changed. I should have told him I sent you away. If only I'd talked to him about it. He was only trying to protect me. But how could he think I'd ever hurt you? Didn't he know the way I feel about you? It doesn't matter. Still, I should have told him. Maybe then all this wouldn't have happened.
You think she'll be all right?
She needs to rest.
You've got homes to get back to. I'll keep an eye out so she doesn't hurt herself. I'll stay until the storm blows itself out.
No, Jim, you can't stay. You have to go. You gave me a promise and you broke it. I asked you to trust me and you didn't. That's all there is. It has to be the end.
Yes, I can see that. Sorry how it all turned out.
It's too bad, isn't it? All gone to hell. It's funny. Always thought I was bad luck. I really am bad luck. But just to me.